So the ride starts descending downwards, and all of a sudden, it takes a very sharp turn. So I just go flying through the darkness. I smash right into the base of an animatronic zombie, and that was it. I was done.
Hey everyone, I'm Propeller Penny, and this is Creepy Backstories, the show where we get to hear first-hand accounts of how the Heartstoppers' creepy characters became creepy. In the studio today, we have Haunted House Hugo. Now don't be fooled by this little guy's stature. The second you look into his blood-soaked eyes, terror grips your entire nervous system. Hugo, thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure, Penny.
Hugo, let's get into it. How did Hugo become Haunted House Hugo?
Well, it all started when my church group took a field trip to the boardwalk. It was a beautiful sunny day. We were having a great time exploring the different shops and rides when I noticed the big kids were standing in line for something specific. So I decided to investigate, and as I got closer, I heard these screams and scary sounds coming from somewhere I wasn't quite sure. But I wanted to know, so I got in line. However, when it was my turn to go in, I was told, "Kid, you're too small. You gotta get out of line."
And what exactly was the line for?
It was for a haunted house that you ride through.
Like little cars or...
Yes, kind of. Like little carts, but they're pulled on a track somehow. They're actually styled as coffins.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
So you're told you're too small and you're asked to leave the line. What happens next?
I respectfully step out of the line. But as I waited for the big kids to come out of the ride, I kept hearing the distant screams and sounds. I just had to know what was going on in there. So, when the ride came back around, I snuck into the last cart.
Hugo, you little rebel.
Yeah. But when I got into the cart, I didn't know there was going to be a seatbelt involved. I could not get it clicked in.
Because you're too small.
Yep.
And was that a problem?
Oh yes, it was a problem. As the cart started moving and picking up momentum, I was getting pushed and pulled every which way.
Can you describe what you saw when the ride entered the haunted house?
Yes. As you enter into the darkness, you can hear zombies breathing, evil laughter, screams echoing all around you.
Oh.
And as the ride moves through, various scary beings suddenly appear. And the ride, it twists and it turns too.
So it sounds like you never know what's in front of you.
Exactly. And that's what got me. So the ride starts descending downwards, and all of a sudden, it takes a very sharp turn. And I'm not wearing a seatbelt, so I just go flying maybe a good 30-40 feet through the darkness. I smash right into the base of an animatronic zombie, and that was it. I was done.
Do you have any idea how long you were just out at the base of this animatronic zombie?
Not really. All I know is when I regained my awareness, I felt different. I could see that my hands and feet were blackened and discolored. My eyes felt intense and inflamed, and I just had this nefarious drive in my veins. It felt great.
Now, were you concerned? Did you try to leave?
Gosh, no. I awoke to flashing lights, people screaming, and darkness all around. It was different. It was thrilling. And I remember thinking, I don't have to just sit here and take in the scenes of these terrified riders. I can join in.
Well, what do you mean?
I mean, join in as part of the haunted house experience. I started scaring the riders. I would pop up as they rode by when they least expected it.
And you enjoyed this?
Definitely. It's so much fun. It's like a terrifying playground.
Okay, but let's take a step back here. You mentioned you were with your church group. I can imagine that they were looking for you?
Yeah, I'm sure they were looking for me. But like I said, I don't know how long I was out for. I don't know what amount of time it took me to transform into my new scary self. In that time frame, they may have given up on finding me.
Right.
But it's all kind of arbitrary anyway, because I did not want to leave, and I still don't want to leave.
Right, you're still there. You still haunt the ride.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Now, Hugo, in preparation for our interview today, I did do some research. I found that in the United States, there are roughly over 1,200 haunted houses.
Amazing.
I know, right? What I could not figure out was what percentage of those were on boardwalks. So, if any listeners know, please drop a comment.
Such a good question.
Yeah. Now, as it relates to haunted houses on boardwalks, of course, these are seasonal rides. So, Hugo, how are you spending your time in this haunted house if riders are not passing through? What are you doing in the off-season?
I spend a lot of time perfecting my scaring techniques, jumping styles, facial expressions, finding new places to hide, that kind of thing.
So, like you're training throughout the year for this big seasonal moment.
Exactly. And really, while yes, it is a seasonal ride that opens for just a few months out of the year, it really all amounts to one specific night.
And what night is that?
It's the night the lines are the longest, the crowds on the boardwalk are the biggest, and the riders are the most terrified. And it's the night I do my absolute best haunting. The haunted house is the most horrifying on Halloween night.
Haunted House Hugo, thank you so much for being here and for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me, Penny.